Well, I'm a personal fan of your work, and you have quite a body of work. Now, I'd like to take you back to that one moment. I know you were struggling as, initially in your career, to that phone call or that message you got where you were in the film. What did that feel like?
When I was in a Hindi film?
Yes, when you got your first break.
I didn't get a phone call. I was invited over by Vinod Chopra to his place after he had seen a small experimental digital film of mine in English. And he called me over and said, "What you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm a photographer." He says, "What you doing in December?" So I said, "I don't know what you're doing in December." He says, "I don't know myself." He said, "Anyway, here's a check. Here's a check. I'd like you to keep it. And in December, I don't know if I'm making a film, but I, in all probability, will be making a film. I want you to act in it." It was his way of appreciating what I did in that particular film. And then a couple of months later, he called up and said, "Come over." I said, "I went." I got this role in Munna by MBBS. I said, I don't even know whether I would be good enough to do it, honest to God, because it was a little out there kind of character, little kinky, little bit of a weirdo, and sometimes you get afraid. Is this too much? Will I be able to do it? Will I be able to do justice to it? So I said no, believe it or not. I said, no, this is not for me. You must ask somebody else. He says, "You must be joking." And he says, "Go meet my director, Irani, the great Irani." So I told my driver, I said, "I'm going up, I'll be down in 10 minutes, don't go anywhere." Because I didn't want to do the film, I was that afraid. But I met Irani, and he started narrating the film to me, and I kind of loved the guy. I said, what a nice man, and what a lovely way he narrated the film to me, with great sense of humor. He cried when he had to cry when he was narrating. I said, and I like the man. So I came down from his office after 7 hours and agreed to do Munna by MBBS.
Your character was kind of eccentric in the film, yet you just kind of slipped into it. So how did you do that then?
Well, I didn't kind of slip into it, because I would only slip into it if I'm an eccentric myself, which I hope I'm not. And I hope I'm not the nutty guy that was the professor in that film. Or for that matter, Virus. I just hope there's no sinew of Virus in my body.
How do you switch back and forth? You've done some amazing roles. You've done small films like Little Zizou, then you've done, some negative shade characters. So how do you switch into those characters?
Yeah, I guess it's a job. You've got to interview different people every day. You've got to wear a different mask yourself every day when you meet different people. With say a more senior person, your tone of voice will be different. With children, your tone of voice will be different. And we're lucky doing the kind of work that we do. So I look at it like that. Every day it's a job. You go there. If you've done enough of homework, you'll be able to slip in and slip out of it. The trick is to slip out of it.
You are one of the many actors, but still few in Bollywood, who've actually studied the art of acting. How important do you think that is?
Can't stress how important it is, because after you get a little older, after you lose your looks, your hair, and a few fans, the only thing you can lean back on is your craft. And if your craft is not in place, then we see a shorter career. That's it. So I think acting is a craft. It's a science. It's an art, all rolled into one. And there is an actor's life, and then there is a real life. And that as you grow and mature in your life, the actor matures at the same time. So I guess as you grow older, you integrate your life's experiences in your acting. But for young actors, I think it's very, very important that they look at it like, if you want to go to learn how to drive a car, you go to driving school. So when you're talking about acting, a multi-million dollar industry where you're paid pretty well, you have to go to acting school or to theater, do one of the two.
So in conclusion, you are here for IFA, you're going to be on stage. How does that feel?
Well, this is my 5th year, but it's still scary, and that's a good thing.
Well, we wish you continued success. We look forward to laughing at many of your jokes.
Thank you very much.